Okay, Descendants. Today's patch note readings brought to you by the incomparable Elly. Ba-da-dum. So today, the first Descendant got a couple of updates, like balance changes. I'm a little bit out of the loop for this one. I don't even know where this comes from, where it came from, who got buffed, who got nerfed. A little bit of a spoiler here. If you start, well, it's not a spoiler. This is what we're here to do. If you log in today for the next 14 days or any other 14 days within the time period, you can get yourself ready for that little one item that you're going to need in case you want to transfer all your mats that you use on regular Blair for Ultimate Blair, which will be coming out very soon, in 2 weeks time. So start logging in now. Okay, now let's get to the patch notes. Greetings, Descendants. Descendants rebalance. Lepic grenade throw got adjusted, chat, from MP cost 35 to 15. Ooh, that's a huge buff. That's quite significant for the MP cost. Damage adjustments. We got double the damage almost. Overclock. Okay, so these are buffs for Lepic. Jaber, HP from 75 for his turrets. 75% to 100, MP to 100, skill power. Quite a bit buffs there for Jaber. Will it still make it, would it make him viable? I don't think so. Reactive got a buff as well. It might have need. It might need more to make him viable. Do the immediate purge code, the damage explosion and electric AoE, those are quite significant. Dude, these are, we're not talking about some small buffs for these classes. These classes got a huge buff. Look at the increased efficiency. Dude, they weren't kidding when they say they don't really want to nerf classes. They're literally buffing everything by double or more. Blair got his stuff buffed as well. Burn damage, blaze up. I'm gonna build a Blair. Blair's my favorite guy, so we're gonna build a Blair. Look at these buffs for Ascendancy. By the way, I'm gonna be linking these patch notes in the comments in the information here on this video, so don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Do it. Luna, wait, this is a joke, right? It's literally empty for Luna. I can't wait for her rework, her actual rework, because her mechanics are still poop. One of the most boring classes to play. I can't wait for her to be actually good. But anyways, SCMO got a bunch of buffs as well. SCMO, a cooldown for his time bomb increased, actually. The cooldown for his bomb increased. MP cost decreased. Blast cooldown got improvements. SCMO looks like he's got quite a bit of juice. Enzo's cooldowns went down, MP cost, more damage. Chain lightning for Ines got a cooldown increase. It got a base damage decrease. Additional damage to enemies inflicted conducted decrease. Whoa, these are nothing but nerfs for Ines. Lightning conductor cooldown from 10 seconds to 20 seconds, another nerf. MP cost from 75 to 50, that's a buff. Base damage went up higher for a lightning conductor. A number of targets 3 to 7. Okay, so base damage for time of hunting hounds nerf. Yeah, these are quite a big nerf. Yeah, it's just like looking at it on paper, they look quite significant. Yeah, they look quite significant. Ines players, LOL. Keelan, who? I forgot this class existed. Bro, this class got drowned out by Ines. We need more love for Keelan, dude. He just got drowned out. Ines came out and just everybody forgot about this guy. So hopefully they did good. I see no cooldowns here. And honestly, cooldowns is something that I would have loved to see for this guy. But there's no cooldown. No. Ajax, here we go. I'm gonna not talk about Ajax much. He's old. Kyle, oh my lord. I don't understand Kyle. I don't play Kyle. But here you go, chat, here you go. Bunny, wait, my girl Bunny? Whoa, Thrill Bomb got a base damage increase from 156% to 683. That's almost 4 times buff. Maximum power, that's a double increase. Oh my lord. Electric condense, base damage, oh my lord, double. Over doubled. Thrill Bomb, whoa, these are huge bunny buffs. Electric charge base damage on double jump. Oh my lord. High voltage. Chat, Bunny got buffed. Oh my favorite class. Oh my god, Sadism. So Gley, let's see, Gley life switch conditions change when Gley defeats an enemy, when Gley or an ally defeat an enemy. Okay, so an ally now, this is a buff for Gley, right? Added a limit of 10 to the number of life spheres that can be generated. Okay, so just a bit of an adjustment. Her base damage for explosive life has increased, and damage during frenzy has increased. So Gley got a little bit of a buff. Yeah. Content improvements for Descendant fix in his chain lightning, floating lightning to no longer attack targets that are blocked by terrain. Oh, this is probably the biggest nerf to Ines right here. You can no longer shoot through like big pillars or walls or anything, which you were able to do in the past. This is probably the biggest nerf. Yeah. Bunny's back on the menu, boys. Chain lightning and floating lightning are removed if they hit terrain. Fixed an issue where the tooltip for Buddy's electrical skill module did not reflect the skill power modifier increased damage. Let me see, chat. Added the walk option to the change keyboard and mouse button option. Oh, we can RP walk now. Is that RP? That's a buff. That's a buff to my game. Corrected the term event skin in the description of some concept skin. The new login event Blair is ready, chat. Log in. So yeah, hopefully your descendants got buffed. Maybe they'll have a second wave of something. Let's take a look at the director's notes, chat. Greetings, Descendant. This is the director of the first Descendant, Minseol Yu. The balance between descendants has been an important topic of discussion in the community. Recently, successive releases of new overpowered descendants such as Ines and Serena have caused some content being cleared way more easily than intended. That's why we decided to nerf Ines instead of the double-powered Serena. So you nerf Ines, which was significantly weaker than Serena. Serena did not get touched at all. Make it make sense. This rebalance focus on strengthening relatively underperforming descendants, using as a basis the performance of Viessa, Volby, and Haley, who are currently what? I don't like the way this is put here. Why? I don't like this. Is it Maya? Who are currently baseline. However, we recognize that for some descendants, Simply tweaking some numbers are not enough to bring out the best in them. We believe the mechanics of certain skills may need to be reworked, Luna, to achieve a more meaningful performance and improvements. But we had adjusted multiple descendants simultaneously, and we apologize for focusing on numerical balancing this time. We understand that you may find some changes inadequate because of that, but we'll continue to review and implement improvements to skill structure and design, Luna. Conversely, we determined that some of the descendants whose performance significantly exceed the baseline and could impact content structure need adjustments. Inez is a prime example of this, and her performance is significantly above the baseline. So we made some adjustments in this patch. Freyna's performance is also above the baseline, but not so much that it breaks the content. So we put the adjustments on hold. Serena is a firearm-based dealer who we believe is currently significantly exceeding the baseline. But since she hasn't been released for long, we'd like to see more data before deciding on how to respond. That's fair, chat. That's fair. We don't believe we can balance all descendants. What they really mean to say is once they get their money in for Serena, then they'll nerf her. We don't believe we can balance all descendants perfectly with this single patch. We'll continue to closely analyze patch data to make further adjustments to descendants that fall short of baseline or are overperforming based on community feedback. We'll also fine-tune Serena's performance along the way. We are also keenly aware that we've been releasing new descendants in an overpowered state. While the dev team does hope for the new descendants to be in spotlight, we don't want to be released overpowered to the point of breaking content structure. We're looking internally at reasons for this recurring issue. I know the reasons, because you guys have no good testers back there. How about you give some of the content builders patches before, like some of these builders like Moxie, Sen, and these Lambo, these guys who create builds, send them like a fucking an advanced copy. That way you don't run into this issue, or hire people in your field that actually test. Because it took like these builders like Moxie less than 6 hours to bust Serena. It took them less than 6 hours to bust Serena and make her the most overpowered class. Like, how do you not test that internally before releasing? That's weird. And we're working to improve our development process so that we can deliver more stable and balanced content in the future. We're deeply grateful to all players for their continued heartfelt feedback on the first Descendant. We consider rebalance a step forward. Where am I? A step forward, refining the balance. It will continue to make adjustments and improvements based on play data and do our best to provide a gaming experience. Additionally, in response to community feedback, we are currently working on improving Serena's wings so they are no longer visible when she equips a common skin. The wings will only be displayed when she uses her skills, and this change will be implemented on April 17th patch. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, there you go, chat. There you go. Hopefully you liked the little patch notes being brought to you. And remember, if you want to look at this more carefully, click in the information tab where the patch notes will be linked. I'll see you next time. Hey, I kind of need a little bit of help. How about you help me out? Hit that follow, subscription button, all the good stuff. Yeah, comment and like, possibly, maybe. Please.